Well, I think this is a good place to take this recording at. This is the exact spot where I first met this truck back on May 17th of this year, 2023, at his printing shop where he keeps it at. This is Bernie's shop, who I bought it from. So eventually I want to get this hand painted on the doors because I know it wasn't on ever, but it just brings back history. This truck's been part of this business since 1982. It's been part of the business. It's like, I know it's just a shop truck and a plow truck, not really a, shop truck, only a plow truck. So it doesn't have too much meaning to the business here, but it's part of it for almost 30, 40 years. So it's history, and it's been in this town where I live, Erie, all its life. So far, only 2 people so far have recognized the truck since I bought it. Like, oh yeah, we remember seeing it plowing snow up in this parking lot here all its life. So I want to have a hand paint on the doors. So I want to do that eventually. So yeah. And you're also probably surprised you're seeing me drive it in town for the first time. It's actually the second time because illegally at night driving it to a friend's house in Harbor Creek to drop off a trailer. But besides that point, it's the first true time in town legal. I get the paperwork in the truck for insurance through Geico. It's $265 a year, full coverage for this truck through Geico's antique division. Assurance, whatever. And I got a plate for it finally. This is not the final plate for the truck. It will say antique on it, but with PennDOT, it takes almost 6 to 8 weeks to get it in the mail. Forever. And so I asked, can I have a temporary plate? And the one guy at the counter said, no, you can't. Not for an antique. But the lady that was helping me do all the paperwork, she was like, oh, you're going to drive to a couple car shows. I'm on Jeeper too. I have a drive. She's got a big bright green JKU. It's like, oh. It's like, okay, do you want to drive the Jeep? Yeah, I do. Like, can I have some kind of temporary tag for the window? Even better, here's a plate. So you have a temporary truck plate. Yes, it looks like a regular plate. So I should have this thing inspected. Like, officer pulls me like, hey, you have a new plate on an old truck. Let me see your inspection. This inspection still says 1983 on it. It's due in October. So yeah, next month it's due. Yeah, it's pretty outdated, but I got paperwork on the pink paper saying it's an antique and it takes 6 to 8 weeks. I'll get in the mail and then I'll go ahead and put it on and get this back to the notary. So we got it legal. All the lights work, everything works, brakes are good. Cruising here is pretty nice. I'm starting to feel a clutch issue. The clutch is not engaging 100%. I mean, it does engage, it shifts all gears, it's smooth shifting, but I feel like I'm trying to accelerate the first, second, third gear. It's taking longer than it should have. I think the pads are not engaging 100%. So it might be either adjusted or replaced. Back in the 80s, they bought the truck in 82, Bernie. In 83, they already built the motor from a local shop, now closed. The transmission got rebuilt. The clutch swap, I'm not sure has ever been done. And then the transfer case definitely needs rebuilt. It's overdue. It's making a lot of noise out on the road. The thrust washers are bad. So I know that's all my stuff this winter to do. But I'm not sure about the clutch has been touched or not. But yeah. Anyway, the truck's here. I'm heading off. It's a Friday night. Down to the dock. Mondays there's car shows at the Bayfront dock, and then there's a big parking lot. And then Friday nights is the cruise up and down this main road, State Street, down to the Peter, U-turn, park around if you can find a place to park. Well, cars all around, tourist. And also you got to deal with construction every year down there. So I'm just gonna cruise through. That's right. And I could flex on something, but my front leaf springs are bad. I went to the suspension shop today. I didn't bring the truck, but I'd show them what happened after hitting a deer. It's like, yeah, your leaf springs are going to be okay, but once you hit a rock or hit a log again off-road, it's going to push that thing back again. They could fix the thing, which I could fix on the woods. That's fine to get it back in place. Now I know how. But it definitely needs replaced. The eyelets are now opened up, which means any chance I could buckle and open up again. And I'm trying to figure out what kind of lift to do all this. He says, just run it stock. The back end's not hitting, so just put some bump stops on it and call it good. And then replace the shackles up front. And new leaf springs up front. The rear, he can re-arch, but be honest, we're not having any issues at all. Rubbing, flex, I'm good. So I'm not going to touch my rear release at all, just the front. But I am going to replace all the shocks with some Bilsteins. So I know that's coming in forward motion. And then overdrive, I'm going to get that from Kaiser Willys, and then I'm going to get my trench case rebuilt. Not mine. I have another one on a pallet. I'll send that down to Sal, Vince's Jeeper, have him rebuild that one, and put a 5-to-1 ratio into it for low range off-road, and then the higher range, it's higher, or keep it the way it is. I'm not sure how that works, but that's that. So now the truck's here, and so now I'm about to head off the dock, have something to eat somewhere. Ice cream, most likely, if I do car shows, I have ice cream. And after that, go to Grandma's, mow grass if it's not too late, and then head home back roads. Because I'm not taking these main roads. I'm cruising 45, that's the limit, and it's happy, but nighttime traffic, I'm not dealing with it and trying to brake and taking back roads. So, all my stuff I bring with me. So I have my shovel, we have axe, we have a broom, or my gas gauge I call it. We got whoppers, which I carry, my big heavy machete axe, got a crowbar, got wheel chock, got my recovery rope for tugging someone else out or me out, got my winch gear, 2 snatch blocks, remotes in there, got a random crate for home, more stuff, got a tarp in case it rains, I have some kind of tarp, and all my spare liquids for the truck. In the cab, I keep all my spare parts in here, I keep my tools over there, and my personal stuff here, tripod, speaker, water, all good. Anyway, that's enough talk, but I'm gonna hit the road before it gets too dark. So now I go back to work Tuesday finally, so that's good. Strike's over, and so Monday, the day before, is Memorial Day, and so there's a car show on this road down here, and they go to the show. I need the truck, Dad's truck and trailer to haul me down here. Well, I guess not anymore. I'm registered. I'm good. That's good. Because if I couldn't drive the truck down, I'd either bring the truck and trailer here, park it, and drive illegally down the road about 4 blocks till we hit the car show. So now it's solved. That's good. And any other future car shows I can drive to. So now we're all good about that. Yeah. Anyway, that's that. I'm gonna get going here. Thanks for watching. Bye.